I'm going to start recording the videos so people could understand what I have to go through when I'm doing a show with MJ.
Shut up. I got it open now.
First, I got to put my headphones behind my beard because
Because you need to sit there for the show.
That's what I do. It's my signature trademark, okay? Trademark Philium Book Before Oscar LLC 2019.
Oh my
New
god,
company
you
I
need
just
to
started.
get over that.
My new company. Are you ready to go? Okay. Hit the red button.
Don't say it's so demanding.
1, 2, 3. What's up, everybody, and welcome to Who Got Next, your weekly podcast bringing you all the news and reviews for the best brand going, NXT. If it's your first time listening, welcome. We do the show every Friday on the Rant with Ant feed, so make sure you subscribe anywhere podcasts are found. And of course, that is iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, and my favorite of all time, your mom's phone. MJ is mimicking me. That's just the way it goes. My name is Phil Cataldo, but you can call me Philium, and with me as always, we will not forget that she is now television star and the Queen of Shade and our number one mission at Mania to get her to meet Jeff Hardy. MJ Santi, what is up?
I know we need to recreate that video of AJ Lee meeting Lita.
For anybody who hasn't seen that video, okay? I mean, I've seen it a million times, but it's just funny that video resurfaces the week before Mania. Because, of course, yes, as you were listening to this, we are 1 week away from WrestleMania. And remember, everybody listening to this show, the number one goal of the weekend is not to have fun. It is not to spend a lot of money. It is not to go to WrestleMania, to go to NXT, to go meet your favorites. No, the goal of the weekend is to get MJ to meet Jeff Hardy. That is the only goal that matters. Because, of course, with the help of MJ's internet connection, and for me and Aunt, Nick, and Cody, thank you guys, we're going to go meet the Bellas. So MJ is going to finally get to meet the Bellas, which is going to be incredible. How do you feel about that?
I'm really excited. I think they might be one of those that I would feel like a little emotional too.
I feel like you're going to cry when you meet Brie.
I can see that happening, honestly.
I feel like and for anybody who doesn't know, who doesn't follow us on Twitter, after listening to the Bellas podcast this week, I am officially smarter than MJ. So thank you. I won the first week of Bella Brain.
Than me.
I won the first week.
The only one that you got over me was
Philium Bella is a real thing. Okay.
Oh my god.
Philium Bella hashtag 2019.
The one you got over me is like completely irrelevant to life, so like it just really doesn't matter.
No, I'm just smarter. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules. I just win. Okay, unlike Asuka.
Oh my god, you're never gonna let it stop.
And speaking of things booked at WrestleMania before Asuka, there are 2 things that we want to remind you guys. One is the Rant with Ant Gala, and that is Thursday, April 4th at 6 p.m. Now, of course, the party is now closed off. If you guys got the invite, you got the invite. If you didn't, sorry, but there is still a way you guys can watch us, and that is twitch.tv/RWA World. Let me say that again, twitch.tv/RWA World. We'll be live streaming some great stuff for you guys. And also, and I saw this on Twitter, and I want to remind everybody, of course, this will be the last week of shows of Rant with Ant and Who Got Next going into WrestleMania, because of course during the gala, me, MJ, and Issa will be doing a live combined show of Who Got Next and Rant with Ant, previewing the entire WrestleMania weekend and NXT TakeOver New York. So that's where you will get all of your preview shows, and of course the video and the audio at some point during the weekend. Hopefully we'll have some time, and we will put all this up for you guys so you can see it. But with that being said, because we will be at TakeOver, we will be in New York. Hopefully we'll be at TakeOver. That's still up in the air for both of us. But so because we will be in New York, there will be no live show following it, but there will be a Periscope and stuff will be going on. But remember the preview show next week, twitch.tv/RWA World. And the other thing that I want to mention before we get into the show and our normal plugs, on Sunday during WrestleMania Day, okay, the Fourth Wall WrestleCast will be throwing a WrestleMania tailgate party as MJ's phone vibrates so very loud because, of course, it is very excited to be at this tailgate party. $5, okay? $5. You have $5 of change somewhere in your house. You have $5 in your pocket. Don't go to McDonald's tomorrow, okay? Save that $5. Don't go to Wendy's and get the 4-for-4 meal. Is that a thing? I don't know. Don't do that. Save your money. Go to this tailgate. It goes to charity, the Ronald McDonald House Charity. You get free drinks, free food, free everything. You get entered into win games, trivia raffles. You get to hang out with us. Yes, me, MJ, and Ant will probably be a little late because we'll be at the Bella signing rushing over. But it doesn't matter. The tailgate is from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. because, of course, the WrestleMania gates open up at 5. We need a little bit of time to clean up. But once we know the details of where the Fourth Wall guys are parking, we will let you guys know this. It is going to be a great weekend as MJ yawns, making me yawn. And it is going to be a rough time. But the tailgate will be very, very fun. Aren't you excited?
I am. I don't look it, but I am.
I know Kona Reeves wrestled tonight, but you don't have to fall asleep on us.
I mean, it is what it is.
And of course, before we get into the show, there's 3 ways to follow us other than going to watching the gala on twitch.tv/RWA World or going to the Fourth Wall WrestleCast tailgate party. And that is, of course, follow the show on Twitter at WhoGotNextPod. Represent.com/store/rant and get you some great merch. If you guys are watching this video, the Rant Mania hoodie. You're not going to get it before WrestleMania because Represent's not that fast. But you can get it. You can wear it for after WrestleMania. It's super comfortable shirt, right? Get you an MJ shirt. She keeps selling those shirts left and right. And if you're, whatever, you're bored, you can get a Bearded Bunny shirt, whatever. It's up to you. I'm not forcing you to do anything like WWE. I have to stop with these Oscar jokes. I can't even think of anything.
Enough.
So, and then the third way, patreon.com/WhoGotNext, where if you are a Patreon at a certain tier, you get to see this beautiful video. But actually, everyone's getting to see this video this week. I'm in a giving mood. Oscar's not going to Mania, but we are. It is a great time to be alive.
I mean, she's still going to Mania.
Is she? Is she? I don't know. Will she be in New York? I don't know.
She's gonna get access.
She has an access VIP signing, but will Charlotte beat her for her access VIP signing and take over her VIP signing too? I don't know. I hope so. We can only hope so. But forget all that stuff. Let's get into this week's episode of NXT TV, which was episode 497 that aired on March 27th, 2019. And the show kicks off with Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano giving us an incredible promo to hype up their match for NXT TakeOver New York. Now, what did you think of this as a way to start the show this week?
I think this was the best way to start the show because obviously, they didn't anticipate Ciampa being out. So they kind of had to scramble for this main event. So I think that this was a great way to kind of create more build going into it, despite how little time they have. And I thought they both did great. Pretty much she's just arguing as to why they deserve the title, who's really the king of TakeOver. So I liked when Adam Cole called him Johnny Participation.
Yep,
I thought that was hilarious. So I thought it was great. I think it helped build up their feud, and I'm excited for the match. I think they're going to give one hell of a match at TakeOver.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where, moments like this, you find out, I think, in wrestling, who the really talented people are, right? Not just in the ring, right? Because, of course, the match is going to be incredible. That's not the point. The point is, are both good enough characters and are both good enough on the mic where they can get us excited for the match? Of course, like you said, nobody predicted Tommaso being out, right? You can kind of see the way the storylines were working, especially with, the whole Johnny and Tommaso thing in the Tag Team Classic. But kudos to Adam Cole and Gargano for getting me excited, right? Because I was excited for this match just to see the match. But now, like, I'm really excited of this story that they're going to tell over these next 2 weeks leading into it, because there's a lot of great things that were said between both guys, right? Of course, you got Gargano talking about his story and how in 2015 he was rejected by WWE. And now, he's about to, hopefully, in his words, win the NXT title, right? And he's been on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown and all this stuff like that. So, I think his story is incredible. And then Adam Cole talking about, like, this is his belt. He debuted in Brooklyn, and he's going back to that stadium, and he's going to win the title. And, we've talked about on the show before that no matter what direction they go in, it's going to be a good one, right? Because Gargano and Cole are great. In my personal opinion, I kind of want Adam Cole to win, because I think that Gargano winning the title, that story needed Ciampa to finish it. And now Ciampa. It needed Ciampa to finish it. And now that Ciampa's gone for probably a year, if not more, Gargano can just go up to the main roster and be great there, right? I don't think that his story needs the ending of him winning the title in NXT, right? He already won the North American title. He's fine. I'd love to see Adam Cole win and kind of take NXT into the next generation that it's going in.
I agree. I want Adam Cole to win. I think it just makes more sense, honestly.
That means Gargano is going to win, because me and you cannot agree on anything. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. Philly and Bella does not like this.
Oh, please.
Bella Brains 1-0 does not like this.
Oh, God. I can't wait till next week.
Oh, it's going to be a fun weekend. A full weekend of me being crazy.
Ew, can you...
So we move on to the first match of the night, which is a surprise to me, which is Aaliyah and Vanessa Bourne rocking that Heart Foundation colors. Yeah, I didn't know.
I mean, they posted it.
Oh, I don't, man. Who has time to look on social media when they're working 12 hours a day? You know what I mean?
The same person that was tweeting about Asuka all day?
Yeah, some things are more important, okay? Looking up what the NXT matches are, or making fun that Asuka
I didn't look it up. I just saw it.
Or making fun of the fact that 2 SNL people got booked for Mania before Asuka.
Oh.
Okay. Now, what I was saying is, shout out to Aaliyah and Vanessa Bourne wearing Heart Foundation colors. That's pretty cool. Shout out to Vanessa Bourne. The Vision of Vanessa Bourne. Okay.
Is that her thing?
Yeah, that's her name. Okay. You should pay attention and learn a ting or two. Okay. Vanessa Tings. Vanessa Tings are Vision Tings. It's really cool. Going against the debuting on NXT TV, Lacey Lane and Casey Catanzaro, which was pretty cool. I wish that they actually gave these women like a full match. Casey didn't even get the tag in, which sucked. MJ's favorite stable of all time, the Horsewomen, came out with Shayna, Marina, and Jessalyn. Just
call them Shayna's people.
The Horsewomen chicks. Okay.
The other
girls came out and interrupted the match, and I was very upset because I was really excited to see Casey Catanzaro.
Honestly, I was excited to see Casey, but I wasn't really that upset because just a little bit of the match that we saw wasn't anything special.
Sheesh, that's heartbreaking.
And I didn't like Vanessa Bourne's gear.
I hope. Okay, let's. It was a short match. Shayna came out. It was cool, but let's talk about something else. All right, so. During this week, WWE is starting to announce, or they put out a list. I don't know if they're going to add to it, but there's a list of people that will be at these access signing events. Okay. Of course, me, MJ, and Ant had the 8:00 session on Sunday because Ant is going to meet Dean Ambrose, and we're going to meet the Bellas at 10. So between 8 and 10, we have to wait. So I pray to God. So it says NXT superstars. Okay. Because I am a good sport, I pray to God. 2 things happen. One, on one end, I pray Shayna Baszler or somebody that MJ is there, that hates is there, okay? And then I also pray for all you people who listen to the show and who love to see me upset. I hope Kona Reeves is there so we can go up and get a picture with him. And I can make the dumbest face. I think it would be the funniest thing in the world. I posted on our Twitter @WhoGotNextPod, and you guys can have a good laugh.
That would be pretty
That's
funny,
what I'm saying. Like this is what I
honestly.
hope for at Access, and I also hope that they run the Mania Access similar to the way that the Royal Rumble Access was,
Me
which was a
too.
lot easier. Now understand, it's gonna be a lot busier, because it is New York and things actually sell out here because fucking everyone goes to Access even if they're not going to Mania. So who knows how it's gonna be.
Well, I mean, I feel like Royal Rumble was probably like a trial run for that type of
I hope so.
like access, and maybe they were like, okay, well, it worked, so let's do it at WrestleMania.
Because the issue with um the what happens at Access is because it's a 4 hour session and they're broken up into 2 hours. So 2 hours you get certain people, then they leave, and then the last 2 hours you get people. But what ends up happening is it's not possible to meet everybody. The lines are too long. I definitely want to meet some NXT people. I'm really hoping
Yeah.
that Tina Raconti's there. Big fan of hers. Vanessa Bourne would be great. Shayna would be great. For MJ. Uh, I think it'd be funny if we met the Forgotten Sons. That'd be great. They're like, what do you want this sign? Is don't sign anything, bro. Just fucking.
It's good. We're
Bro.
good.
It's gonna be a good time. I'm really excited for MJ to experience her first Access and her first WrestleMania, and hopefully, like I said earlier, we can both make it to Takeover because MJ still hasn't gotten her tickets, and I will be at the Rousey signing. So, and listen, this is the beauty of it being in New York. So technically, it's only 15 minutes away, okay? But it's Brooklyn on a Friday night, aka I'll be lucky to make the main event.
Yeah.
I'll be
Probably.
lucky to make the main event. But talking about a match that should be the main event, that would be really cool.
Wait,
Um,
can we just like give a shout out to Casey for her good offense against Shayna?
listen,
Did you not notice that today?
I didn't because I was tweeting, I was live tweeting like a good boss, okay?
Okay,
Not
well, I
being
was taking notes and I still saw it
well,
because
you're
Shayna.
good at multitasking. You're a woman. I'm a
Well,
man.
Shayna went to attack her and she actually got offense. I feel like when Shayna like goes to the ring to attack these superstars, most of the time they just get their ass kicked. Whereas
Maybe they're
like
setting
Casey
something up.
actually had offense against her and Jessamine, which
Maybe
I
they're
thought.
setting something up.
I think maybe they're just trying to build up Casey a little bit.
They should. Look, Casey is a crossover star waiting to happen, right? She's, if people don't know by now, she was in American Ninja Warrior, first woman to climb the wall, the warped wall, I think. I don't know. Am I saying that right? Whatever. She's the
I
first
think
one to
so.
run up the wall. And it was a huge deal. And now she's in wrestling and she's a great wrestler. We saw her at the Rumble do some cool stuff. We've seen clips of her at these live shows. She's a really good wrestler, right? And she plays the babyface character so perfectly. I think that her versus Shayna would be great. I personally would like to see that without a title, because I do kind of hope Shayna loses the belt, maybe kind of sticks around for a little bit, then eventually goes up because it seems like they are really teasing this like horsewoman versus horsewoman feud. So I want that sooner than later. But I
I
don't
don't
know.
really
Casey,
care for it.
I know you don't care for anything that doesn't have fucking a see-through shirt and those fucking arm sleeves on. All right, Jeff Hardy fan, you.
I just don't like. I think the four horsemen versus four horsewomen thing is just like already overrated.
No, no, but they're gonna do it.
I know, but I'm just saying I don't care about it.
You're right. Scratch that. Four horsewomen: Charlotte, Sasha, Becky, Bailey versus Mandy Rose, Vanessa Bourne, Lana,
Ugh, God.
and the returning Eva Marie.
Can we not? That's not even like
Let's do it. Let's do it, everybody. Let's do it.
you're a terrible person for those
I'm
words coming out of
I'm
your mouth.
looking. I'm can you say something?
No.
If they do the women's battle royal, right? And they have people coming out one by one because they have 8 hours plus to fill. They have people coming out one by one, and before Asuka's music hits, Eva Marie's music hits, someone's gonna have to restrain me in my seat because I might start a fight. Screaming, Eva Marie got booked before Asuka.
You're so
If
annoying.
I was on camera side, I would have a sign that said booked before Asuka.
Oh my God.
I would do it.
Uh,
I would do it. I would
you're
do it. My goal is to get Asuka fans to fight me. GG's, there's only like 3 of them. I could run. I could run pretty fast. But back to NXT, the second match of the night is Matt Riddle versus what? See, this is. Let's take a step back real quick, okay? MJ comes across like this very nice, polite woman, okay?
I
Very
am
nice, very nice. Very, very considerate, right? On Twitter, oh, I'm so nice. Oh my God, everybody's my friend. Everybody buys my shirt. I get it, okay? I get it, right? But then she does stuff like this. Match number 2, Matt Riddle versus Phil's absolute favorite in the entire universe, Kona Reeves. You see the type of shit that I have to put up with every single week?
I really got it down there. Like
you did. You did a good job. You did a good job.
That was perfect.
I like how you put bro Matt Riddle because, of course, he is our bro.
Yeah. And even my son started saying bro tonight. That
really?
Was really cool.
God, man, your son is just MVP. I swear. He's gonna replace me on the show. A lot of people would be very excited about that. He will replace me on the show one day. You are grooming him to replace me. Mm-hmm. By that time, when your son is able to kind of step up to the plate, Vanessa Bourne will be the women's champion.
I don't see that happening.
Fine. And Matt Riddle will be like an 8-year NXT champion, reigning. Be a great time.
You have some wild things in your head.
I had nothing on my head because I shaved my head.
I said in
my head, it doesn't matter. The only thing that's in my head is I hope to God Almighty, Jesus Christ, Triple H himself, that I can somehow get to the Barclays Center in time to see Matt Riddle win that fucking North American Championship for 2 reasons. 1, of course, he's a bro of the show. We love Matt Riddle. Mm-hmm. But 2, most importantly, I want to see Anthony DiStefano cry.
You made it sound like evil, though. Like, not like cry because you'll be happy for him. You're like, I want to see him cry.
I want to see him cry. I want to see him break down and cry because one of his friends is now a WWE champion.
I mean, that would be really awesome, and you're probably going to miss that, so that's a shame on you.
They're going to be like, cool. This is what's going to happen, right? So it's going to be like 6. So, like, Rousey's probably going to come out at 6, right? And then I'll be like, cool, 6:15, I'm done, man. I'm heading over to the arena. 15 minutes, the show starts at 7 now, right? So, I'll be there in time. It'll be great. Like, fucking 9:30. Yo, Phil, where you at? I'm like, bro, I'm in traffic, man. I'm in traffic, just sitting here. Just sitting here, man. All these people got booked at Mania before Asuka. They got to get to the arena.
Oh, my God.
But what did you think of the match between Riddle and Kona Reeves? Because I, personally, thought Riddle did his very best. But Kona still isn't good.
No. Kona, I mean, he just, like, he moves awkwardly in the ring. I think, like, I don't know. It's just, like, those, like, really tall guys. Like, sometimes I'm scared, like, for his knees because they don't really look that steady. So, I mean, that was a little awkward, but
I think the biggest issue for Kona is, in all seriousness, is that he is in NXT at a time where someone like Donovan Dijak is, right? Because they have similar body frames. They're just tall, lanky guys. But, you know, Dijak can actually move, and he can actually do flips, and he can actually take these bumps. There was one spot in the match where I think Kona flipped over Riddle, and he kind of stumbled and fell, and it was like... Mm-hmm. Make sure you stay in your lane, Kona, and make sure you're doing moves that you can actually do because, yeah, you're not that good of a wrestler, but if you're going to develop, you need to develop at your pace and little by little. Don't try to, you know, step up to the way someone like a Matt Riddle wrestles because Matt Riddle's amazing. You're not there yet. So you just make yourself look stupid to people like me who already hate you. You make me just hate you even more when you stumble because you're doing shit that you're not capable of doing yet.
What an inspirational speech.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Welcome. Oh my God. So I would like to personally thank God. Without him, none of this is possible. I would also like to thank Asuka for taking the weekend of WrestleMania off. Thank you so much. God. It is a great thing for all of us. And if you guys think that this Asuka hate is annoying, just wait for Rant with Ant this week. I think Ant might punch me in the face. So besides that. That, shout out to the best interruption of all time, and that is Velveteen Dream
on the couch
slaying, coming out on the couch. Now so me and MJ both watch Queer Eye, right? And how great would it be if at NXT TakeOver New York, Velveteen Dream comes down to the ring with Jonathan from Queer Eye, and he's like, slay, slay.
That would be really cool.
That'd be great, and I'd have to cheer for Velveteen, even though Riddle's my boy. But I mean, come on, Velveteen Dream comes out on the couch. Shout out to the
I
girls that
love
were
it.
holding the couch, because what?
They were just pushing a couch that probably had wheels.
They
It
were
really
they were
wasn't a
strong.
big deal.
Okay? They were strong,
It
independent women.
wasn't a big deal.
One thing I do want to say is, and I want to get your opinion on this. Do you feel like over the last few months, ever since Velveteen Dream has become a good guy, right? Do you think that WWE has gone away from his whole bisexual character? Because if you remember, he's had entrances before where he's had like a guy and a girl be like sexual with him, right? And I feel like recently they always just have him with girls, and like especially tonight they had him with the two girls.
I mean, I don't know, not necessarily, because just like he doesn't even need the guys. Like the way he acts is like so extra.
Mm.
So he like, and then when he does that like hip movement to the guys in the ring, so like he still like has those characteristics. Him being so extra, like the more extra he is, the more I love him. Like that's what I love so much about his character.
He's a character, man. He is the epitome of what World Wrestling Entertainment is.
Yeah.
He on the fucking word entertainment. He is what he will be one of those characters that Triple H has said in the past in interviews where someone like an Elias, right? Where it's like they're going to be more successful on Raw and SmackDown because those shows cater to entertainers more than wrestlers. Velveteen Dream is made to be on the main roster. That's why I honestly really truly hope, not other than just, Riddle being my boy and Riddle being the man, but like I just want Riddle to win so Velveteen can go up and become this mega star that he's waiting to be, because I honestly think he could be a huge star for them.
I think so too.
And shout out to Kona Reeves for tapping out to Matt Riddle's finisher, the Bro Mission. Bro.
I'm sure you loved that.
Bro. Good times. Good fucking times. And then, of course, Riddle comes up to the stage, tells Velveteen, I'll see you in New York. I wish he would have just hit him with a knee. Just, right in the face. You know what I'm saying? Right in front of those girls, and then high-five both those girls and left. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah, I wish he would have done that. It would have been great.
No. I liked how it was.
It would have been great.
He's saving it for TakeOver. They already had, their fun last week during the Fatal 5-Way. He's saving it for TakeOver. He didn't need to do that. He just needed his words.
Plus, I feel like, where Riddle's standing there looking like a stallion, all wet, hair flowing, that those girls were looking at him and not Velveteen. Just saying. I was.
I mean, the one girl looked like she wanted to kick his ass when he threw the cup, though.
Listen, all right? She's trying to get her contract. This enhancement talent out here in Orlando is trying to get some damn contract.
She got her TV time. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. She ain't fucking around, right?
I got blurry.
Yeah, so MJ's out here talking that shit, and the Vision, Vanessa Bourne, was like, we don't need to see you no more, because now MJ is blurry.
It won't even fix it.
There we go. Yeah, she fixes it.
I'm back.
What a great thing to do. The show that we are giving out free to everybody.
It's the Mandy Rose effect.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Mandy.
Oh, God. I shouldn't have even said that.
You know what's annoying? Mandy Rose is doing Access signings, but without Sonya Deville. Like, they have different times. I don't like this. I want to meet them both.
About it.
I mean,
Mandy's
I met Mandy.
Not booked for Mania either.
Yeah, so that means Asuka is on the same level of Mandy. Think about that. Think about it. Think about it for a second.
Like an insult to Asuka? I mean, like,
yeah,
what do you...
Considering Asuka is viewed as a main event player, Asuka is considered Charlotte, Sasha, Ronda, Becky material, and she's not booked on the show. Just saying.
None of the SmackDown women are.
Charlotte and Becky are, so if you're gonna go that way, yeah, it's about for them are. Listen, man, I'm just fucking pumped for Mania. I don't give a shit who shows up. Okay, the women are in the main event. MJ cannot wait to see Shane versus Miz. It's going to be a good time.
No way.
I just had to get a reaction out of her. That's why I said it. But now let's go to the main event of the evening versus MJ's favorite person in the world and Ricochet and Aleister Black.
You're so predictable. I knew you were going to do that.
Listen, okay? This is what I do. It's what I do. The Forgotten Sons versus Ricochet and Aleister Black. Rick O. Black. Let's call him that. Rick O.
Really?
Black.
No.
O. Black. Shout out to the GIF that was sent to MJ of Ricochet when he had that long, weird fucking hair. Because
It was Wade.
good God, man.
It's like he had like the definition of glow up. Like
Glow up.
and I'm so thankful for it.
God damn. He looks like he's not even the same species to what the fuck that hair was, man. That shit was bad.
I think it's just like one of those things where like all the guys are like, if you're going to be a wrestler, you need that long hair.
Yeah, you do.
Like, because so many guys have long hair. So some people try it. It just not work for them. I mean, look at Baron Corbin.
The job is harder when you have short hair because then you can't cover up when you're talking. And you can't do the cool whip your hair back when you're getting hit. Just saying.
You can't come out with your wet hair to look all tough.
That's what I'm saying. Wet hair equals tough. We understand this, right? Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Elias, Drew McIntyre.
But Roman stays nice throughout the match. Like Seth is always like gets bigger as the match goes on.
It's like Ziggler. Remember Ziggler? Ziggler would come out to the ring and his hair would be fucking crazy straight, and by the time the match was over, it'd just be an afro.
Yeah.
It was like, Jesus, bro. How much fucking hair product do you put in your hair backstage to get that craziness to stay straight? But listen, man. I'm not a fashion icon. Okay. I just play one on TV. But that has nothing to do with anything. I just wanted to say that to get your reaction, and your face was worth it. What did you think of this match? Because honestly, I was in and out of it but here's why I didn't pay attention. Because every time I heard the crowd cheer, I knew that the good guys were doing something good, and I would look up and I saw like the Ricochet flips and oh my God, they should be called flips and kicks. Oh my God. Ricochet and Aleister Black are now called flips and kicks. That is what we are calling them.
I mean, it makes sense, but I feel like they're like serious stars, so like that just doesn't like it does like
flips and kicks.
Aleister Black and a team called that. Like that's just
flips and kicks. Book this shit. WWE, my phone number is 1-800 booked before Asuka. Call me up. So it's flips and kicks versus the Forgettable Bums. I saw all the stuff that they did
after the show comes out.
It is what it is. We're 1 week away from WrestleMania. If you ain't a listener yet, you probably never gonna be one. Not after this week's show. What did you think of the match, though? Because of course you're the better half of this show, so you actually paid attention. What did you think?
I mean, there were some parts where I was a little in and out, but I thought it was still a good match. But of course, because of Aleister and Ricochet, you know, like the other guys did okay, but they always do okay when they're against good people. So. I mean, that spot where Ricochet, he was on the top rope and he jumped over whatever the guy was. I don't know their names.
Jackson Riker? Is that the big guy?
No, Riker's the one that got kicked out. But, they were in the ring. And Aleister Black
Blake and the other guy. I don't know the other guy's name.
Well, one of the Forgotten Sons was with Aleister, and Ricochet jumped over them and then knees to the other Forgotten Son. And I thought that was really cool. I don't really know their names, and I don't really care to learn their names, so I just don't want to learn them.
One spot I do want to mention is it just shows you how good Ricochet is and how just not ready for a takeover match the Forgotten Sons are. It's spot in the corner with Wesley Blake and Ricochet, where the spot was supposed to be Wesley Blake does the reverse Rana to Ricochet off the top rope, and Ricochet does his patented backflip and lands on his feet, right? Wesley Blake almost fucking murdered himself because I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was Ricochet's fault, if it was his fault, but the timing was off.
It was not Ricochet's fault.
Nothing's Ricochet's fault, right?
No.
Not with a body like that. It can't be his fault. But Ricochet did save the day looking like fucking Spider-Man and just did a backflip and landed and was like, anything else?
He makes everything look so easy.
He does. It is unreal the shit that him and Will Ospreay can do. It is just Ladywood, you know what I mean?
And he's self-taught. Did you see that he posted that he taught himself all that?
Of course he did. I can't fucking walk upstairs without being out of breath and my knees hurting. And this dude's doing a backflip off the top rope, just like waking up in the morning. I'm so
He
jealous.
said that like he learned it on his own. His parents wanted to put him in gymnastics, but he was dumb and thought that gymnastics was only for girls.
2019. Join. So here's the thing, everybody. 2019, right? Join your gymnastics team, get really good, and then get shredded. Okay, get absolutely shredded. Get some well placed, incredible tattoos, and then you will also be Ricochet and get all the Casey Catanzaros.
I used to do some flips when I was in cheerleading. Now I can't.
Really? I can't listen. The only thing I can flip is my fucking Big Mac thing open before I eat it because there's nothing else that I can flip in this world. Because let me tell you something, my athletic days, the little that they were, are over. Okay, they're done. My body carries too
No,
much weight on it. You know what I mean?
mine are too. I was running outside the other day and I was a little sore. I was running with my son, and the next day I was like, wow.
Well, that's because your son is a future baseball star. You know what I mean? Like you got
Yeah,
to
we
keep
were
up
playing
with it.
baseball,
It's tough. It's
actually.
tough. It's tough out here. You know what I mean? I'm out here playing with my son, Nicholas Giacobbe, all the time. You know what I mean? He outruns me, and what can I do? You know what I mean? It is what it is. But you know, it was a decent match from what I watched. Of course, obviously, Ricochet and Aleister Black win because I mean,
Right.
fucking thank God, right? It was almost MJ's fault that Takeover was ruined,
Oh,
but we were
here's the
saved.
thing about that though. Like, I'm happy the Forgotten Sons didn't win. But like what sense does it make for Ricochet and Alistair to go after the NXT titles if they're competing Monday and Tuesday every week?
And now, what's this thing that I'm hearing that they might also go against the Revival for the tag team titles?
I think that's what people are like assuming right now, even though like none of the tag teams have a match. I don't really understand
No,
that.
they don't.
But they've been going back and forth with the Revival. So people are like assuming that at the moment. But then if they are, then that definitely doesn't make sense.
See, this is where I want to give a shout out to Issa because she did mention on last week's episode of Rant with A, and you guys should definitely go back and check that out. That instead of making WrestleMania longer to accommodate all these titles that are in the company and all these wrestlers who should be getting a WrestleMania payday, you know, put some of these title matches on the Raw and SmackDown after Mania, right? Those Raw and SmackDown shows are always they're fun to watch as a fan, right? Like just because
Right.
your hype for Mania is still there, and a lot of call ups and stuff happen. But you know, to kind of instead of having random 6-man tag matches or long promos because the guys just wrestled and the girls wrestled the night before and they're tired and you don't want to risk injury, you know, put someone like the Revival in a match on Monday, in a big match, and give them time, right? Or put the Usos in a match on Tuesday. It makes for someone like me who honestly could go to Raw and SmackDown because they're in New York, they're in Barclays Center, they're just a drive away from me. Why should I go? I've already seen everybody over the weekend at Takeover at WrestleMania. This would be a cool way, and it's a great idea by Issa to give everybody a chance and make WrestleMania not 8 hours long. And then you could have Ricochet and Aleister Black fight on Friday for Takeover, and then but also fight Monday for the Raw titles.
It
I'm just saying.
still makes no sense to
It
me.
doesn't. Ricochet and Aleister Black should not be a tag team. As great as they've become as a team because they are very fun to watch. I don't want to
Yeah,
see them as a team. I want to see Aleister Black do this shit on his own because he's awesome. And the same thing with Ricochet. Just saying.
I think so too. And
Maybe
I don't
even a
want it
feud
to
between them
be,
two.
I mean, I don't want it to be one of those things. It's a typical, let's put them together as a tag team and oh, we're going to have one of them turning each other because that's all we know how to do on tag teams. It's just
It
like,
is.
it's so overplayed, it's so overdone. So I don't really get the point of this.
Yeah, I
Like,
know, but it's
I
what they do
mean,
when they have nothing to do with people. You know what I mean? Which sucks because I
yeah,
I do see a bright future for Ricochet and Alistair. I think that they can both be big stars, especially Alistair, because I just think this dude is just on another level right now. For the past 6 months, he's just been unreal. And Ricochet, I think will get there. I think the only thing he's lacking is his promo, but his in-ring work is fucking unbelievable. The only thing with
yeah,
Ricochet is we've seen in the past with guys like Evan Bourne, WWE, they become like a sideshow. Like, oh, watch Ricochet flip, and then that's all you're gonna get.
yeah.
But it is what it is. But going back to NXT, now, what did you think of tonight's episode? What would you give this show as a rating?
Honestly, a three,
A three.
probably.
I'm gonna have to agree with you. But I was thinking about 4, but I think that
No,
where
it's not a four.
Yeah, because if you're saying that last week's show was a 4, right, and we only got the one match and some great promos, this show wasn't
Right.
as good. It was still an enjoyable show, right? 3 is still a really good grade, a 3 out of 5. But like it was one of those NXTs that like if you missed it, you didn't really miss that much. You know what I'm saying? You still
Right.
guys should go back and watch it because you should watch every week. But it was a decent show, nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
You know, it's only 40 minutes, man. What else can we talk about? Right? It was a short show this week.
How did we
What?
spend longer talking about one match last week than we did
Because
this
the
week?
match was great. The match was incredible. You know what I'm
It's true.
saying? It just this was like one of those weeks. Listen, we all know that WrestleMania is a week away. So I just want to get to that weekend. I want to get to the gala. I want to get to take over possibly the Rousey signing, the Bella signing, the Roman signing on Monday. Like, man, it is going to be a good time. What do you look forward to? But before we end the show, what are you looking forward to the most for the WrestleMania weekend?
Hopefully meeting Jeff Hardy. You should have known that.
All right, besides that, that's whatever.
Just the experience. Just having my first WrestleMania. I remember when I first got back into wrestling, WrestleMania kind of seemed like one of those things that was just out of my grasp that I would never be able to go to. So the fact that I'm actually finally going to I mean, it's been a bucket list item for me. So I'm actually getting to go to it. So that's what I'm most excited for. I mean, just to have that experience and be able to say I was at WrestleMania.
Listen, it's one of those cool things that this will be I think my third one, and it's still awesome, right? Uh, is it my third one? Yeah, third. I don't know. Who knows? Um, Miami, New York, Orlando. No, it's my fourth one. Holy fuck! I don't even know what's going on anymore. But so I was at WrestleMania 29 that was in New York, and it wasn't the best show. It was actually a show that made me almost stop watching wrestling. So I really do hope that the weather holds up in New York, and I really do hope that
Mm-hmm.
this show makes me fall even more back in love with it, right? And as wrestling fans, it there's positives and there's negatives all the time, right? There's because and especially us who are content creators and podcasters and stuff like that, we watch every week. So there's weeks that we feel out of it and there's weeks that we're into it. I'm peaking at the right time, right? I'm like a fucking football team going into the playoffs on a winning streak right now, okay? Asuka is losing and I am winning, and it is a great time to be alive. And you just fucking, you're right, Phil. That's all you got to say.
No,
Right? Because the listeners
no.
can't hear the dirty look you're giving me. You know what I mean?
Well, you're letting everyone see the show so they can see my lovely faces that I
Oh
make.
boy. Oh, get ready for that.
What? I have great
Hey guys,
facial
remember. Hey
reactions.
guys, remember when you're listening back to this show or watching this show on YouTube, Rant with Ant on YouTube, because we don't have enough subscribers. Go subscribe so we can get a custom URL. But as you're listening or watching this show and you think, wow, that Phil guy's an asshole, MJ tweeted about CM Punk. Go yell at her.
Not only that, I tweeted support for the Bellas, which
Yeah, oh my
is
God. I got that shit
oh,
too.
oh my
Oh my
god.
God. Got
It's
that
like
shit too.
every Bella fan gets harassed all the time, and it's just like
And
insane.
me as the superior Bella brain person on this show,
Oh
that
my
needs to
god.
stop. That cannot stand anymore. Philly and Bella is not with that stuff. Okay, I will not stand for that. That's why I'm sitting down.
Wow.
Dad
Hashtag
joke
dad
101.
joke.
Hashtag dad joke. But of course, before we get out of here, yes, this is a lighter show this week. Not that much to talk about. But before we get out of here, I'd like to remind you there are 3 ways you guys can support us. And that is follow the show on Twitter at WhoGotNextPod, represent.com/store/rant with Ant to get all of our merchandise and the Rant with Ant merchandise, and also patreon.com/who got next, where you guys can support everything that we do, and we very, very much appreciate all of that support. Of course, I'd like to remind you guys also the Fourth Wall WrestleCast is doing a tailgate party WrestleMania Sunday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. $5 admission goes to the Ronald McDonald Charity house, free food, free drinks, free friends, free
Free
hangouts,
friends.
free pictures with MJ. $5 gets you pictures with MJ. And all the
Okay.
greatness that, listen, if you take a picture with MJ and you post it on Twitter, do you know how many followers you would get afterwards? It is definitely worth
None.
the $5. CM Punk fans will be following you for weeks if you take a picture with MJ. And then the
And
most
the
important,
Bella haters.
and the Bella haters. And the most important thing to remember, of course, Thursday, April 4th at 6 p.m. Make sure you tune in on twitch.tv/RWA World. I'm going to repeat that again for the people who aren't paying attention to me anymore. Twitch.tv/RWA World. You get to see me and MJ and Issa do a live show previewing NXT TakeOver New York, and then previewing WrestleMania. Is this
That's gonna be fun.
35? 35, I think.
35.
35. WrestleMania 35. I hate that they don't use the numbers in the logo anymore because that's how the fuck people like me remember. Now, MJ, where can all the CM Punk fans and Bella Twin haters follow you?
At MJ Santi. Wait, right? MJ Santi with
That's
two
not,
I's?
I'm
MJ
pretty,
underscore
yeah, I was about to
Santi.
say, there's an underscore in your name somewhere.
MJ underscore Santi. What is my Twitter name? Does that really just happen? Oh yeah, it's MJ underscore Santi
Wow.
with two I's.
Fucking wow.
Cool.
Wow.
Okay.
Lol. Lol. Hey, remember this? Ya yeet dab. Ya yeet dab.
I wish I could mute you like I muted Lana on Twitter.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm such a Lana fan, but I hate everything this stupid salty shit is. Whatever.
I just can't deal with her anymore. I muted her and my Twitter has been so much better. So much better.
I'd mute everybody that was booked before Mania, before Asuka, but then I'd have to mute everybody, and I want to have friends, you know. Oh my God, Charlotte Flair is the greatest of all time. We will see you guys later, alligators.
Bye.